today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, Week 2, he was electric. See what Week 3 has in store. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Goff a handoff here to Swift, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Swift. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The cover coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. But the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrade.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, it's gone. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down and 4. Jackson. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to Dobbins on first. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Second down and 8. From the 50, it's Goff. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Odafe Owe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on second and long. Goff, throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Well, they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. The tackle made there by Jarrad Davis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And quickly they get to the line. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson flushed out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Jackson going to look to do it himself. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery. Gone. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. On second and very short, Goff has got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Goff on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They'll run here with Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
On third down, here's Dobbins. Oh, he gets free left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jackson steps away, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Ball throw complete there to Thomas. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff now looks to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside